Welcome to today's episode of Spill the Tea. We will be talking about just random stuff, funny things that has happened or weird things that have happened. Dumb shit. And yeah, we're gonna start with Eden. What was the worst job you've had?
The worst job that I've had was when I sold meat over the phone.
In case you didn't hear her, she said meat.
Meat.
Yeah.
The meat that you eat.
Okay.
Over the phone.
Yes.
So I would call people.
Wait, how did you even get that job?
I saw an ad somewhere.
Okay.
And it said, I think the ad sounded really nice. Like it was a great job.
And
they pay hourly, and on top of that, you get commission.
Nice.
So I applied, and I got the job right away.
You should have questioned that, but okay.
Well, I was just happy.
Because you needed a job.
I needed a job.
Yeah.
So basically what I did is they'd give us pages out of the phone book that we used to, the phone books that we used to have?
The thick
yellow
ones?
pages and the white pages?
Yeah.
So they would like tear up pages and give us the white pages to call random people.
Okay.
So we'd call them. Like, they'd have the name too.
Yeah.
Like they'd have their name.
Yeah.
So when you call, you'd be like, hey, Michael?
Yeah.
They'd be like...
Make him seem like you know him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we just call up like, hey, Michael, and they're like, hello. do you eat meat?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, what?
Wow.
And they're like, meat. And he's like, sometimes, like most of the time, people would just like hang up the phone and be like, click.
Okay.
Or they'd cuss me out. Like, how'd you get my number? And then, like, most of the time, it was, like, mostly elderly people that would keep talking to me. I feel bad, but it was part of the job.
Yeah.
So I just asked them if they eat meat and what kind of meat do they like.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a deep freezer? Probably. I don't know why. But it was part of the script.
To know if someone has a deep freezer?
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I did. I sold meat over the phone. I think we had fish too.
What?
It was meat. Yeah, we had meat, we had chicken, we had fish. So whatever they like.
Wow.
And then we'd have someone deliver it to their door.
So, okay, on an average, how many meat do you need to sell to get a big commission?
First of all, they lied. There was no commission.
Really?
Yeah, because the target, they're like, oh, you have to hit a certain target. And that target was, like, unrealistic. No one's hitting that target. Like, how are you going to sell, like, meat to, like, I don't know, 300 people?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, they knew that wasn't going to happen.
Especially when you could just go to the grocery store and buy the meat.
Yeah, and I think what happened, too, like, I think they said they paid me, like, I don't know what it was, maybe $10 or $8 an hour. And they ended up not paying me that.
So how much were they paying you?
I don't remember, but I remember it was less.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know how long I worked there, though. Do you remember?
No, I think it wasn't no more than, like, maybe a couple of weeks or a month. But I do,
long,
yeah,
it
did.
I worked there for a long
and
time.
I remember every time you were going, you'd be like complaining how much you hate that shit. Like you were so pissed.
I hated it.
And then I remember, I think even on your last day, I came and picked you up.
Yeah.
And
I don't even think I even told them I was leaving. I think I just...
Yeah, I think you left on your break or something. Because you're like, I can't do this.
I'll just dip on my break and they won't even catch me the next day. And they're like, where'd you go?
Like, you know what? I don't even know if maybe when you're younger and it's like you trying to find any kind of job or anyone that will hire you.
And I just moved here at the time, so I needed a job quickly.
That's very true. And you didn't even question it.
No.
Because, nowadays,
you won't catch me. I will not. No.
Not even for anything.
No.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think...
Because sometimes it's too good to be true.
Normally, if it is, it is.
It's a saying. Like, that's why it's a saying. Like, if it's too good to be true, then probably,
yeah.
The other direction. But
yeah.
What was your craziest job you ever had?
So the I think I've worked so many jobs and each of them is just a different story altogether. But I feel like the one that I had that was the worst was, I saw, again, just like you, I saw an ad. Because at the time...
All the ads were up there.
Yeah. During that time, I was like very desperate. I just finished school, or no, I think school was just out and it was summer break and I just needed something to do a job. So I was like, okay, I saw an ad in the newspaper. I don't even remember what the ad said, but it seemed cool. So I was like, okay, I called. They're like, oh yeah, just come in. We have a few people coming. So just come in and then we'll explain what the job is about. I was like, okay, that's no problem. And they're like, oh, you can make a lot of money. I'm like, that sounds good.
They always say that. That's how they get you.
Exactly, because they know everyone wants to make money. So I went in, and when I first got there, it was a group of people already there. So nobody really knew what we were going to be doing. So then they came at us as like, oh yeah, there's a new venture, it's a new opportunity, and you're going to be very happy to like work with this company because we're just starting fresh and whatever. So, okay, there's a few black people, so you know how black people are. Whenever we see each other, we just come together. So we're just sitting there, we're all wondering, everyone was also in a desperate need of jobs. So we're like, okay, sure, we'll hear it out.
How old were you?
I think I might have been like maybe 18 or 19. I don't even know. I've been working since I was 15, so I've had many jobs. But yeah, and then so we started, they came out, they were talking about the company, then they moved on and wanted to start talking about what we're going to be doing. Come to find out, they told us we're going to be going door to door selling knives. We were going to have, when you go and you have that knife set.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically then they explain what each knife does and how sharp it is and all this stuff. So at first...
Is it commission based or?
Yes.
Okay.
The more knives you sell.
So did you get paid though on top of commission?
No.
Just for commission?
Yes.
Okay.
So at first when me and these black people were there and we heard what it was about, we were looking at each other like, what the fuck?
What were you like expecting?
I don't know what I was expecting, but that's the thing, it was so vague, like I didn't know what I was going to be doing. So I was like excited that, finally, because nothing's worse than putting out so many fucking applications.
Getting no response.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Not even to email me back like, bitch, we ain't calling you.
Yeah.
Like you ain't it. Nothing. So when this one called, I was like, oh my God, I've been chosen. And then I went in to come to find out it was knives. I was talking to like the next person I'm like, this can't be serious. They really want me to go to a stranger's house, knock on the door.
And sell knives.
And not maybe to think maybe this person could just pull the knife.
Exactly.
And kill me or anything.
So how long did you work there?
I don't even think it was a moment of long.
Did you even go to anyone's house?
I went to the orientation, maybe a couple hours in.
Orientation, that's it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Once I found out what we were going to be doing, I was like, oh, hell nah. I went to the orientation, I just left. I was like, I'm not going to nobody's house, especially knocking. This is not even calling them on the phone. I'm coming to your door to be like, hey, we have new knife sets. Are you interested? And then the person will be like, oh, yeah, come inside. And chop me up? Are you kidding me?
That's so unsafe. Dangerous.
I don't even know how these people even got the green light to be a company to do this. Who in their right mind would have thought it's okay to send people out here to just go and sell knives?
I feel like this was like more back in the day they would do that. Now, like I don't see that happening.
No, and I feel like back in the days, even when it came to jobs, it was
that was before social media too.
Very true. Very true. And then like back in the day, remember, you used to be able to just go to the companies and hand out your resume. You didn't have to like need to do it online or anything. You could just walk in.
That's what I'm saying.
Here, I want to apply for a job and give them your resume. They'll think about it. But then we gradually moved from that stage to the agency stage, and that shit was fucking annoying as well.
That was an Apple One.
Oh my God. I think everybody has an Apple One story. I think everybody I know has gone to Apple One to register or to try and work at Apple One.
They're basically like legally.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That is exactly
what
it is.
So you'll go over there and then throw me back percentage.
They won't even ask you to throw them back. They take their percentage before you get your cut. And
that's very true.
And the worst part about it is when you even go and you're doing it, the tests are fucking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gotta watch these stupid ass safety videos. Yes, with Apple One. So another job they sent me to was like this warehouse job. At that time it was like shelving shampoos. You know when you buy the shampoo set with like the conditioner and the shampoo? So it was like basically an assembly line, and you're supposed to be standing there and it's gonna come at you, keep coming at you, and you're supposed to keep as fast as you possibly can. Okay. Like you're not supposed to even, like they even had a problem if you're going to the bathroom because you're slowing somebody else down. So everybody was standing in their positions and just doing what they're
stand, right?
The whole time, like for 8 hours. Wow. And that shit was excruciating and it was so annoying.
That's hard.
I can't even remember. They had no AC in that bitch, and then it was hot as hell during summertime. And then
how long were you there?
Maybe a month. I don't know, but I think I tried working a few factories. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. I said I could never, nor would I ever want to own safety shoes, and I never did because I couldn't. Because that place, even if you go in a bathroom, it's a problem. Like they count the minutes while you're gone, and I was like, nah, this is not it. But I will say, Apple One made a lot of money off people.
They did.
Like
are they still around?
Yeah, they're still around. They are? Yeah, but I think they're not as heavy as before. I remember like when they moved over to like the temp positions, every job you needed, you have to go to an agency. Yeah. You can even apply yourself. Yeah. Because all companies were using agencies, and it was so bad. I don't think
they are anymore, right?
No.
Like it's phasing out.
Yeah, it's phasing out now. Like, because I don't know, back then they were just lazy and they didn't want to do the screening part or whatever the case was, but it was bad. Like, you had to basically go through agencies. And some of them, like, nothing was more annoying than keep calling them every morning, hey, is there anything for me? They'd be like, no. Like,
or like doing a temp job and then you're there for 3 months and then like you have to find another job.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like secure.
Because they would always hit you with the, you could be there for long.
Yeah, and temp to perm.
Yes, and it never turned perm.
Never.
It never turned perm. Mm-hmm. It was always temp. Yeah. I don't know, because I guess, like, I think even one company, Apple One, like put me there, which was when I worked at the student loan place. I was working there for almost a year and I was still with the agency. And then when they tried to now say, oh, we can move you over to temp, I was like, yeah, I'm like, what the hell? This is just not. And it was a headache.
I think what it is you're permanent, they have to pay the agency.
Yes.
To keep you.
Yes. So what I learned, especially now working in the field that I'm working in, which is an accountant, but like what I learned is that, so these agencies are put in place for them to find you the best candidate. Yeah. And let's say like you bring on the person, in order, if the company wants to hire you permanently, they have to pay the agency outright. And some of them, it's a lot of money.
That's why they keep you at temp.
Exactly. Because they try to ride out as many hours as they possibly can to basically kind of like, it's like paying for your freedom, which is,
I think the longer they keep you at temp, then
the more money the agency is making off of you. Because there's, I think
maybe the less they have to pay them, they want you in the end.
Yeah, I think so too. But that was a whole nother scam. It's a big scam. It's a huge scam. But they made their money while it lasted.
Like while they're paying them like $30 an hour, they're paying you like,
if you're even lucky.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah, some of them even pay you half if you're lucky. But yeah, like thinking about it now, we've gone through some hard jobs, and some is just like, I can't believe I worked here and you people did me like this. But I think that's life. What are you gonna do? Now my next question would be, do you think it was worth going to school, like college?
What?
Yes.
No.
Why?
I'm not even doing what I went to school for. I wasted all that time, all that money, and I hated it. Like, I was like, I wish I never went to school.
I feel the same way.
Like, I wish I never went to school. I feel like if I, at like, when did I go to school? 17? I started. I went to college. I could have been way in a better place, for sure. I wouldn't have wasted all that time.
That's very true. I feel like when it comes down to school, I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's our parents as well, because some of them, like, they didn't have that opportunity, so they feel like, oh, go to school. But most of them, even when they want you to go to school, they have a vision of what they want you to do. And most African parents want you to be a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, or anything of that sort. Meanwhile, that's not what everybody's into. I strongly agree as well. Like, for me, school was not for me. I was never into the school thing, but I did it in a way to kind of shut my parents up. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie, because I feel like most of the time when you're being pressured or you're being pushed to do something, you end up even going to school for some stupid ass courses you don't even use. I did one, what was it? I don't even know. At the time I was so confused. I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life, and I took a course in office administration. What the hell is office administration?
It's a scam. You don't need to go to school to learn how to do administrative office work. What? To photocopy?
And that's what I don't get, because
what did they teach you?
Oh, they taught you about like Microsoft Excel and Word, and I think even how you answer emails and stuff like that. I don't even remember. But like, yeah, those basic things. But I realized once you're in the job field, it's completely different.
Totally different.
Like, it's so different. And that's why sometimes I feel like school, it is a waste of money. I'm not gonna say everybody has their opinion, whether it's good for you or it's not good for you. But if my kid never wanted to go to school, I'm not gonna force you to.
If you want to be a doctor, you want to be anything in medical, or you want to be a lawyer, something that requires an education,
go for it.
Then go for it. You have to go to school.
Yeah.
But if your path, like if you're going on a different path and you want to do something else, you want to be in business or you want to be an entrepreneur, don't waste your time.
Yeah, because even I believe with schools, they don't really teach you about being an entrepreneur. Like, they don't teach any courses on that.
No, they do.
Do they? So, yeah. Oh, I didn't even know. But I feel like most of it, it's teaching you go to school to come to learn to work for somebody else, not to do for yourself, or how you can be self-successful. It's always about going, so you can get a job at this big company, and now you're part of the whole working class.
You're going into your job, your first job out of college or university, and you have this big debt, and the school doesn't help you look for a job.
No.
Like, once you graduate,
you're on your own. It was nice. Yeah.
Thanks for your money.
Yeah. And I feel like that's where sometimes they don't set kids up right, because even when you come out of college or university and you go looking for jobs, all of them will tell you the same thing. You don't have experience. How can somebody have experience?
You're starting from the bottom.
Yeah.
A bottom job that you could have had without.
And now I've learned, the older I get too, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Because even when you go and they're talking about, you don't have experience, the person just came out of school. What experience do you expect them to have? And if you're not willing to give them a job, how can they gain that experience? Like, I feel like it is a big scam, and people always end up getting cheated out, because when it comes down to it, you spent all this money and now you have to find ways to pay it back. But sometimes your jobs that you're getting, you're not even gonna be able to make that money to be paying it back how they want you to.
I feel like school should, like, in Europe, like some countries in Europe, it's free.
I agree. I feel like it's not even just like the basic like elementary school or whatever. I feel like
college, university should be free.
It should be free, 100%, because you pay a lot of money, like a lot.
It's a lot of money.
in the end, to be doing what? Like, do what? I can guarantee what I went to school for, I'm not working in that field. And I feel like I just did it to basically say I have a diploma under my belt. But it doesn't even necessarily mean if you went to college, university, you're smart. Because you can do that and you still won't even be able to get like a legit job, or you be able to do
whatever
it.
you learn in the classroom is totally different from the real world.
100%.
Like, it's totally different.
And I feel like even when it comes to even jobs, every job you go has their different protocols, and every job trains you in how they want you to do that job. And no amount of